Guys, welcome to Didedi's Crafty Corner, and guess what? I am a design team member for the Not Too Shabby Shop, and I am busting at the seams to show you my design team project, my first one for the month of January. So let me start by showing you the products that I received from Jamie in my design team package. So I got the How You Been Lawn Fawn stamp set. Now I think this came out around Easter time last year, but there's been tons of add-ons that go with it. So recently I purchased the Conversation Hearts add-ons as well. So I'm going to be using these two stamp sets for my first project. Both of these stamp sets are super cute. I love the fact that these Conversation Hearts have all the things that would be on the Conversation Heart candies. And look at this paper pad, guys. So beautiful. This pad is by My Favorite Things, and it's called Bundles of Blossoms in the pastel colors. Super pretty. I'm not going to be using this one today, but that was also part of my design team package. So I'm going to be putting in the link below all of the information for the Not Too Shabby Shop, as well as links for all the products that are in stock right now. But remember that Jamie is just an email away, and you can always find out when the products are going to be back in stock by emailing her. So I can hardly stand it. Let's get started. I've already stamped out the images, and I've already started my coloring. So for the jar, I'm using two colors only. I'm using the BG 0000 and the BG 000. My BG 000 is the darkest color, and that's just adding some shadows around the edges. My hearts are all going to be in three colors. So the teal one is BG 11, 13, and 15. The pink one is RV11, 13, and 14, and my red hearts are R14, 17, and 24. Now my lid is just three colors, and it's in the gray family, which is the T1, T3, and T5. I'm just going in right now with the T5, making it a little bit darker around the edges, and that's going to complete the coloring for this card. I'm going to grab my scissors, fussy cut it, and we're going to get started. Okay, isn't that cute, guys? So adorable. So the hearts that I'm using are the Lacy Hearts stackables. The paper pad is by Lawn Fawn as well, and it's the Lawn Fawn perfectly plaid, yeah. And I'm going to be popping all this up with some foam, and I'm going to be using some cardstock that is embossed in the same color as my Conversation Hearts. And I'm making this card to be 5 inches by 5 inches, so I've cut my little layers to be just slightly smaller. So about 1/8 of an inch for the blue layer, and about 1/8 of an inch more for the plaid layer. Now, I'm not going to be popping up my layers. I'm just going to be gluing them down with some art glitter glue, and that glue really works very well for me. So I'm adding the layers just to add a pop of color. So we've got the white layer, the white card base, the teal card, and then we've got this beautiful plaid paper that's going to be going on top. I've already cut out the Lacy Heart stackables by Lawn Fawn. That's the largest one. And then I use the outside in stitch hearts to cut out my fun foam. So that way I knew it would fit exactly on the back of that heart. And we're going to be popping up the heart with the fun foam. Again, I'm just going to glue it down. You can use tape runner. You could use any kind of adhesive that you want to use will hold down the fun foam. So I'm going to be popping up the heart and then gluing that down to my base. And then we're also going to be popping up the jar itself. So for the jar, I just kind of did a real quick outline with a pencil on the fun foam. I fussy cut that out as well. And then I just did a little strip on the top for the lid, because the lid is going to be popped up as well. So we've got the heart popped up, we're going to pop up the jar, and then we're going to pop up the lid. So this card's going to have a lot of dimension, which is really going to make it stand out. You know, since it's not a shaker card, and since we're not adding any elements inside the jar. So we really want the jar to be the focal point. So I'm just going to glue that down to the center, and then I'm going to glue my lid down. And look how well this looks already. Those colors, I don't know. I was unsure about the red, I have to tell you. When I first did the red, I'm like, oh Lord. But I really like it. I really like the red with the teal and the pink. So, and I kind of used the colors that matched the paper, except for the red. The red was the pop of color that I added. So do you see all that dimension? Super, super fun, and it really makes that jar and the lid pop. So for the inside, I've done the same thing. I've cut out a piece of white cardstock. I'm using the strip that was left over, and I'm using the Love Ya line borders as my sentiment on the inside of the card. Now, as a rule, I don't put too many sentiments on the outside of my card, so this is just how I normally do it. And this is all going to be glued down and cleaned up with my bone folder. And then I'm going to add some glossy accents to it. Isn't that super cute? Super, super cute. So now I've got out my glossy accents, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer of the Spectrum Noir sparkle pen down, which is going to give it even more shine. So if you just put a layer underneath your glossy accents before you use it, it's really going to sparkle and shine when you're done. So I'm going to add that to the lid, and then just to a few of the hearts that I'm not going to be adding glossy accents to. So I think I did maybe four different hearts. And then the glossy accents I'm going to be putting on the lid to the jar, as well as the 3 hearts in the center. So the Be Mine, the You Rock, and the XOXO are what's going to get the glossy accents. So there's the glossy accents. I don't think I'm going to show you me doing all of it at once because, guys, it takes a while, right, with the glossy accents? So I think we're about done with that. Let's see. Don't you love glossy accents on a card? It's just beautiful. So now we're just going to do the little hearts real quick. Yeah, I can't really see what I'm doing, but I think I'm doing the second heart and now the third heart, and we should be just about done with this card. And here is a close-up. Isn't this pretty? Look at all the shine and dimension. Turned out super stinking cute. At the very end, I also used some Nouveau drops. The colors were Caribbean Ocean and Carnation Pink. They were an absolute match to this card. Okay guys, I hope you go on over and visit the Not Too Shabby shop. You can use the code CraftyCorner, all in caps, to save 10% on your order. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.